I am the proud owner of E2 Black Swan. And let me tell you why I decided to go for E2 instead of just stopping for E1. Now, usually you need a team, right? You need a team for Black Swan to shine. I do have Eidelons 16 Yun. I do have Kafka E1, which is very, very good. I have Ho. So this is already a very good team, this four. If I had here Ruan Maid would have been better, but I don't have her. Okay, now I also have built a Guy Knifen, right? A level 80 Guy Knifen. So I have plenty of team for Nihility. And Nihility is one of my favorite teams, right? So Black Swan design and damage is my favorite. So it was normal for me to go for E1 and E2. Now E1, what does E1 do? Why Black Swan is active in battle, enemies afflicted with this effect will have their corresponding wind, physical, fire, or lightning respectively reduced by 25%. What does this mean? That if Kafka has dots, Black Swan has dots, it won't only reduce the wind resonance resistance from Black Swan. It will reduce the resistance from lightning as well because Kafka. So it's not just 25% more damage from Black Swan. It's 25% more from Kafka and maybe physical damage or fire, right? With fire kiss for Guy Knifen, right? So this was one Eidolon which is very, very good and it's a very, very good stopping point. Now, why should you go for E2? Let's see what it does and then we'll see what it do. When an enemy target afflicted with Arcana is defeated, there is 100% base chance, so it's always will proc this. Of inflicted 6 stacks of Arcana on a judgment target. So, let's say there's a target in the middle that dies. The left and right will get 6 more stacks of Arcana, which is a lot because this, in depending on the run, you can have a lot of these stacks, right? And what does these stacks do? These stacks do damage because of the talent, right? So every time, this is the talent with the Arcana, every time an enemy target receives dot at the start of each turn, there is a 65% base chance for it to inflict with 1 stack of Arcana, okay? For each dot. While afflicted with Arcana, enemy target receive win dot equal to 240% of Black Swan's attack. This is why 240%, this is, let me show you. It's important to have a lot of attacks. So I have decent attack, not a lot, but decent, right? Because my relics are not that good. However, you should get a lot of attack. Okay, let's continue. Traces. Each stack of Arcana increases this damage multiplier by 12%. So, let's say the middle target dies, right? The middle target dies, 6 to the left, 6 to the right. That's 72% more damage from just the Arcana multiplier, right? Then Arcana resets to 1 stack. So, after they take the damage, they reset to 1 again, which is great. Arcana can stack up to 50 times, so this can be very helpful for you to get to 50 stacks, the E2 Eidolon. Only when Arcana causes damage at the start of the enemy target's turn, Black Swan triggers additional effects based on the number of Arcana stacks. So this will also help you keep those stacks high. Arcana stacks deal, when there are 3 or more Arcana stacks, deal win dot equal to 180% of Black Swan's attack to a judgment target. So that's more damage with a 65% chance of inflicting 1 stack of Arcana on a judgment target. So with 3 stacks, you do the damage and then inflict also Arcana on the side, right? And when there are 7 or more Arcana stacks, enable the current dot dealt this time to ignore 20% of the targets and a judgment target's defense. So, one target has 7 stacks, then it deals 20% more damage because ignoring 20% def is like 20% more damage, right? So, or something like that, very close to it. for that target and left and right. So I would say Eidolon 2 is the best stopping point for you and for everyone. Then Eidolon 4 or whatever is the stuff of the whales. I've also been lucky. For example, I just got Yang Qing, right? And then 3 pulse ago I got Black Swan. So this is how I got Black Swan. I got to hard PT once from the previous banner from Ruan May because I didn't get Ruan May. Boom, Black Swan E0. Then I got in 13 pulls E1 and then in 80 again Black Swan, and now I have Yang Qing with 100% for Sparkle. And this is my stopping point. This is why E1, E2 is worth it, and this is up to you to decide. However, I would say if you don't want Sparkle, you should get E2 Black Swan.